Are you ready to learn how to get tons of free PR sent to you as an influencer? Well, this is the right video because I'm the queen of getting free shit sent to me, and I'm gonna spill all the secrets so every single day can feel like Christmas morning to you as well. Because let's be honest, that's one of the coolest perks about being an influencer. I love money, and that's the thing I preach the most is making sure you get paid, but it's the fun little PR gifts is definitely a bonus. In fact, I just realized before I sat down that I did not pay for a single thing that I'm wearing today. I did not pay for my sweater. I did not pay for my pants. I did not pay for my jewelry. Those were all PR gifts. If I can do it, you can do it, so let's dive right in. Real quick, if you don't know me, hi, my name is Kara Harms. I've been a full-time influencer for 8 years. I've been doing this for 10 years. I started my blog, Whimsy Soul, all the way back in 2015. I've been around the block. I've made over $1 million as a content creator, and it's my passion to help teach as many creators as I can to get as rich as fucking possible off their content. And today's video is all about how to get that free PR, the icing on top of the cake. And truly, I get so much stuff. My UPS people know me by name. They're always like, hey, Kara. Hi. Sorry. I'm not a shopaholic. Real quick, before you click away and think this video is not for you, it does not matter how many followers you have. It doesn't matter if you don't even have 10,000 followers. With the right strategies, creators of any size can get free PR packages. In fact, one of my students inside my Whimsy School program has under 3,000 followers, and I know for a fact that she gets way more PR than people with 50,000 followers. So if you apply the right strategies that we're going to talk about in this video, you can get shit like this too. Tip number 1. You're gonna need to do a little bio audit. I love to do this about twice a year personally on myself, but especially when you are trying to ramp up getting paid deals or free shit from brands, it is time to do a little bio audit and also a content audit. Make sure your bio is covering who you are, what type of content you make, where you live. This is a very important one, people, because brands often like to work with creators or send them stuff in very specific markets. Me, I live in San Francisco, and I often get things specifically because they're trying to target people who live in San Francisco. I'm their gateway to them. So put your location in your bio. Ask yourself, would a stranger understand what you're all about without looking at your content, but just by looking at your bio? And make sure you have your email. If you don't have space in your actual bio, make sure it's right at the top of your link tree so you're not making brands hunt for ways to contact you. Put your email in your bio. The second step to this is doing a little content audit and making sure that your content is aligning with what brands are looking for. So for example, my whole outfit is actually Sezane, head to toe. As I've talked about on a lot of my social videos, Sezane gives me monthly credit so I can buy new things and share about them and post them on my channels. And the reason why they found me was for 2 reasons. One, they opened up a store here in San Francisco a couple of years ago. I had my location in my bio. They knew that I was a San Francisco influencer. 2, even though fashion is not the entirety of my channel, I have a lot of different topics that I cover. I talk about fashion enough that Sezane could see themselves on my feed and knew I could talk about fashion, I could talk about their clothes, and I had a local niche market. So they're like, here, babe, here, take some free clothes. And I was like, sure, I love you. Your homework is to do an audit on your content strategy and also your bio. We're just tightening this up. And if you have no idea where to start, do not worry. I do offer TikTok and Instagram content audits. Head to my link tree and you can book a consultation there. I will look at your profile and I'll tell you everything that's amazing, but more importantly, everything that you need to fix on it to get paid deals and free shit sent to you. Number 2 is the big one, you guys. You are going to sign up for every single influencer network / platform on the planet. Influencer platforms are basically like dating profiles. They're big databases that you as an influencer sign up for. You fill out a whole profile, you upload some photos, you let brands know who you are and what you talk about. And then when brands are searching for things, let's say Sezane is looking for San Francisco influencers, they can use these databases, sort and match, and get a list of the influencers that fit the requirement. Maybe a certain amount of followers, lives in San Francisco, occasionally posts about fashion. It's like a giant dating basis for brands for them to find influencers. And you want to be on as many as possible. What I recommend you doing is heading to the link in the description of this video. I already have a list of the 20 best platforms for you to join. What you're going to do is you're going to grab that list. You're going to set aside an evening, have a glass of wine, make yourself some tea, whatever it is. Get cozy on the couch, put on Love Island, put on The Traitors, put on whatever is a cozy comfort show to you, and you're going to spend a couple hours signing up for every single one of those platforms. You're going to spread your info far and wide on the internet. You're basically opting into every single database possible. So on Monday, when brands like Paula Choice are like, all right, let's find some new influencers to send things to, and they open up their little database, you're gonna be on it and you have a chance of getting some stuff sent to you. Plus, those databases are how most brands find people for paid campaigns. So you're doubling your chances of not only getting free shit, but paid shit too. Quick little story. I just signed up for ShopMy. I'm an LTK user. I've been on LTK for like 7 or 8 years. So I never really saw the point of signing up for ShopMy because they're kind of the same thing. You know, I already have my process worked out for LTK. But for shits and giggles and in an effort to learn what this is all about, I signed up about 3 days ago. I already had 2 different brands ask if they can send me things. Just like no strings attached, free gifts. One was from the brand Versed, which I love their face wash, and the other was from a brand called ePress, which I've never heard of before, but I'm excited to try. So this is my proof to you that if you get on these platforms, brands will find you and they'll just offer to send you things. And that's our favorite, is when you don't have to work for it. But sometimes you do have to work for it. So this is the third way that you can get on PR lists, is cold pitching yourself. And there's 2 ways to do this. One, you're gonna email them. And that's my favorite way. If you take my first 10K brand deals course where I teach you how to make your first 10K on brand deals, I preach DMs are for connections, emails are for pitching. I love a good email. What you're gonna do is you're going to find the contact for a brand that you really love. So let's say Versed, we'll just use Versed. You're gonna find the person in charge of influencer marketing at Versed, and you're gonna send them a little email, short and sweet. You're gonna tell them who you are, why they should send you things, / why you deserve to be on their PR mailing list. And then you're gonna send along your address, and then you're just gonna thank them. You're gonna give them all the info. You're not gonna send an email that's like, hi Verse, I love your stuff, can I get on your list? And then the person has to email back and be like, okay, fine. What's your info? You're just making it more complicated for everyone. So you're gonna send them all the info all at once. So if they like you, they'll just add you to the list and shit will just start showing up to your door. And if you're not sure how to find contacts, I think my first 10K brand deal course is for you, because there's a whole lesson there where we cover all the different ways you can find email contacts, because some of them are sneaky. I like the sneaky ways. The other way that you can cold pitch is through Instagram DM. And again, if you're going to be doing things over DM, I want you to make sure it's as short and sweet as possible. You're not negotiating contracts over DMs. You're not having long, lengthy conversations over DMs. You are switching things to email as quickly as possible because email is professional. But there is a strategy where you can DM a brand. So you can DM Versed and say, hey Versed, I'm so-and-so. This is why I want to talk about your products. Could I get added to your list? Here's my address. Here's my email address. Let me know if there's any more information I need to pass along to you. Thank you for your consideration. If you are going to DM them, it's going to be just like the email, nice, short, and simple, to the point, so whoever is on the other side can pass that along to the right person. Because you have to remember, most of the time for these companies, the social media manager is not the person who's in charge of influencers or PR. So you need to give that person, the social girl, all your info so she can copy paste it and Slack it over to her coworker and be like, this person seems sane and normal. Here you go. Do with it what you wish. Then hopefully the influencer person actually adds you to the list. These tips work, and the best part is it only takes a little bit of effort to make all this happen. So you're going to sit down, you're going to give yourself an audit, your bio with your content, and then you're going to sit down and put on a good TV show and add yourself to all the platforms. And then if there's any remaining brands that you're like really eager, you're gonna cold pitch them yourself. If you buckle down and focus, you can get this all done within a weekend, and then I guarantee you are gonna have packages start showing up to your door. You're gonna have so much makeup, you're not gonna know what to do with it. Don't worry, anything extra I donate or give to my friends. It doesn't go to waste. And don't forget to grab my free list of my top favorite influencer networks to join so you can sign up to do all that stuff. It's totally for free. Grab it below. Do all of this and then come back in like a month and let me know, has anything showed up on your door yet? Have brands added you to their PR list? I wanna know what you got. I want to know what you got. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, find me on my other social platforms, and check out my first 10K brand deal course if you want to learn how to get your first 10K as an influencer. All right, see you next time.